Despite its appearances, I've had more fun playing the video game Logic Bombs than sampling many of the recent AAA game releases. Logic Bombs is a simple, no-frills puzzle game where you use deductive reasoning to fill in a grid according to the rules you learn. In the first puzzle, you learn that similar to Picross, the amount of walls in a column or row is stated in the edge of the grid. In the next puzzle, you learn that bombs blow up orthogonally, and so it goes on and on, with the first row of puzzles acting as a tutorial for the rest of the game. But the game ramps up in difficulty quite quickly, with puzzles that refuse to provide an easy point of entry to start. Like any competent puzzle game, Logic Bombs sets out to get you stuck as soon as possible. I would posit that a puzzle game doesn't truly start until you're stuck. In a puzzle game, there is no key, no special move you've yet to learn that is hindering your progress. Only your competence in demonstrating your understanding of the game's rules. Until you truly get to that point of stuckness, then you haven't really been playing a puzzle game at all. You've just been fumbling through. But fumbling really is the best word to describe the start of any puzzle game. You're kind of testing the game out. Not just seeing what you can do, but how much progress you can make whilst doing as little as possible. We might do this all the time in our lives, but when playing video games, the fun is rarely found in such easy wins. That's why puzzle games as a genre fascinate me. How do you make being stuck fun? In life, being stuck is one of the worst feelings out there. Even in video games, there's nothing worse than having to wrestle up from the sofa to look for the solution online. So how do puzzle games not only make being stuck fun, but almost addictive, especially in a game like Logic Bombs, where there really is nothing else but puzzles? There's a lot of discussion about what makes a good puzzle, but one thing that Logic Bombs does well is managing expectations. Being in the wrong kind of mindset to solve a problem will usually just make the problem worse, and Logic Bombs tries to nudge you in the right kind of headspace to solve these puzzles, specifically by really eliminating the temptation to ever guess in a puzzle. In similar puzzle games like Picross or Sudoku, guessing is always a tempting quick fix to being stuck. After all, any progress is better than no progress at all. Every Sudoku player knows one mistake can doom the rest of your logic, which is only discovered at the end. Logic Bombs constantly reiterates that an understanding of the rules and deductive reasoning is all you need to solve a puzzle, which is present in all the text in the store page and the game itself. And I found it a helpful reminder when I'm desperately staring at a puzzle I've made no headway in. Another useful tool is the hint/cheat system, which shows you if you've made over 3 incorrect moves. This really helps you to know if you've ever really gone off track with a puzzle. The game does acknowledge its cheating potential, but leaves it in your hands to use responsibly. For myself, some of the puzzles were so hard to start that aggressively using the hint system to make any sort of progress still felt like a victory to me. Any hint system in a puzzle game should empower the player, guiding their thinking instead of simply giving the answer. Not knowing the rules of a puzzle is infuriating, but just following the rules of a game quickly becomes a chore. It's in discovering the emergent rules between the stated ones where the real fun begins, and Logic Bombs really excels at this. As the difficulty ramps up, it feels empowering to gain another mental tool in your arsenal to tack future puzzles. Instead of adding new elements with their own rules purely for difficulty, Logic Bombs expands and plays with the information and mechanics already in place. It all comes together into a package that consistently challenges you, begs you to solve just one more puzzle, and calls you back even when you're not playing. At its best, Logic Bombs is like the best moment of every Sudoku puzzle, where solving one corner triggers a domino chain of logic that ends with a literal fireworks celebration of your success. Sometimes games try so hard to be flashy that they distract you from the fact that you haven't really been playing at all, just fumbling your way through. That fumbling has been weaponized to keep you playing for as long as possible. You might call it gameplay, but really you've been pressing the same button for hours. That's why it's really refreshing to play a game like Logic Bombs. It's so simple that you can play it on the Game Boy, but the fun is hard fought for and well deserved when you place all the walls just right and hear that satisfying